Hi everyone, in today's video, I'm going to be going over a testimonial from a client that sent it over to me recently. She sent over a voice message testimonial over to me on WhatsApp, so I will be playing that. I'll also be going over what coaching she got with me, how she did everything, and everything in between. Before I get into that, hi, if you are new to me, I am Alchemystic. I post content on manifestation, law of assumption, and spiritual topics. And if you'd like to work with me personally, links to my services is in the description. I also just released a brand new 7-day Burn the Boats challenge. This is an all-in challenge, guys. This is for those that are ready to really go all in, burn the boats, and actually shift your identity, thus shifting your reality to get your desired outcome. Information for that will be in the description. If you want to check it out on my website, part of the challenge is if you do it in 7 days, you get a free coaching with me. Check that information out on my Stand store. If you just want the challenge, that is over on my member side of my channel. It is the second tier. It is the Alchemized Reality Warrior tier. On that tier, I have my workshops on there. I have my SP Audios bundle, and I have the 7-day challenge. So check that out. Let me go ahead and get into this. So again, she did send that over to me on WhatsApp. I will be playing that here for you guys live. Now, keep in mind, English is not her first language. So guys, it does not matter if English is not your first language. As long as you can understand me, no matter your accent, I will be able to understand you and I will be able to coach you. So let's go ahead and play her voice message live here for you guys so you can hear what she had to say.
Hi, Alchemystic. How are you doing? So I'm going to share my success story so it can help other people, especially if they are seeing the opposite of their desires manifesting. And this is a success story that truly shows that your circumstances don't matter and that you can overcome them. So some months ago, I decided to take time off on my current job to study an exam, a very important exam that is part of a process to get another job. So in the process of studying for this exam, I discovered I had kind of a spiritual awakening, and I discovered manifestation, law of assumption, and all that jazz, right? So I started to apply the law of assumption to my exam. I started to live in the end, and instead of studying like crazy, like super stressed and under pressure, as I did in the past, I was studying in a more relaxed way and just assuming that I had passed already. So I was very confident during these months studying for the exam and living in the end, truly living in the end, having good inner conversations, affirming here and there, and just keeping it in a calm way. So the day of the exam arrived. I did the exam with normality, feeling good and confident in it. And after the exam, they let us keep the template of the answers so we can check our provisional grades. To my surprise, I checked the template and I hadn't passed the exam. I was actually quite below the 50% of answers that were required to pass this exam. So I was completely devastated with this. I was shocked and I was sad. So very disappointing result. And apart from feeling that, I decided that this was not my end result. So I broke the template, put it in the trash, and I decided that this was not my end result because I already passed this exam. It is very difficult to take this decision when you are seeing the opposite in your 3D world. But I just decided to do that. The next week, from this point, I would have to wait some weeks to get the final grades. So I was like, okay, I have to try to get this manifestation, to pass this exam, to put all my efforts in this. And I started to doing SATs, affirmations, meditation, visualizations, everything you can, every technique under the sun. In the process, I discovered your channel and your content, and I decided to hire you, because I was quite desperate at this point with my exam. So I decided to do a personalized service from yours, so you could help me. So you sent me an audio message, and you completely changed my perception of this situation. You told me that I was obsessing on something that was already mine, and explained to me how to refocus the situation. You even put a lot of useful examples on things that happened to you that were showing that the reality was showing another thing, and at the end you got your result still. So you put a lot of useful examples and guided me on how to perceive the situation in with a new focus. So after our conversation with this, I completely changed my focus. I stopped doing techniques because I felt after your message that I was not needing them anymore, because I was doing them in a place of desperation, and I was not desperate from that point on, because I already had my exam passed. So I stopped doing techniques and just apply what you said, which is something that you explain in a lot of your videos, which is shifting to the reality in which I already had my exam passed. So I stopped doing techniques, and I was just living as a person that already had to pass the exam. Fast forward to the day that they released the final grades. I checked and I passed my exam. This was incredible. I was very nervous when I checked the exam, but when I saw that I passed, I was not surprised. It came quite natural to see that I had passed. I guess because I was living already in that reality, so it didn't come as a surprise. So this is proof that outside circumstances don't matter, because I know exactly what amount of points I had in my template, and even with some modifications they did on questions and everything, I was truly not making it to the 50% required. I was not making it to the grade, to the minimal grade they required to pass exam. So I don't know what happened. I don't care neither, but something happened in the process that I will never know. But I passed my exam. This is the final point, right, of my story. So circumstances really, truly don't matter, and it is more simple. We tend to overcomplicate manifestation, and it's more simple than that. And you explain it beautifully in your videos. So thank you very much for your help. It was an incredible journey, and I hope this helps to other people that are in the same situation. So good luck to everyone.
Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and go over what exactly she got from me, what exactly I told her, and everything in between. Because guys, whether you book with me or not, I know that you watching me, you're going to have a shift regardless. I know it's my knowing that everybody that comes to me, I'm their last stop. Whether they like what I have to say sometimes or not, I am their last stop. Because I've even had clients that didn't exactly like the way that I coach. I coach very differently. So keep that in mind if you ever book with me. I am not a sugarcoater. I am not the one that's going to fish for you. I will teach you how to fish. I am not the one that's going to shove techniques down your throat. I'm the one that's going to empower you, that's going to tell you you have all the power. And that's exactly what I told her. So let me go ahead and get into that. Excuse me just a moment. My nose keeps itching. I've got like a hair or something. I'm going to get that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Gotta love having an animal. I have a cat and he is medium hair. So sometimes his hair, because he loves rubbing up against my face, ends up in my nose and drives me nuts. So let's go ahead and go into what exactly she got with me, how I coached her, and everything in between. So that way, even if you can't afford coaching with me, you can get the same information. So she first booked a email coaching with me. You can either get an email or a 15-minute audio. She chose the 15-minute audio. She typed out her information, typed out her situation. And as you heard from her, she was doing a career shift. She was going after a position and a job that she has always wanted. This is more of a prestigious role. This is a role where you have to pass and get certain test scores, as she mentioned. I won't go into details of what that is. I know what it is, but essentially it's something where you have to pass a big test. And most people don't get it. There are, from what she told me, hundreds of applicants and very few actually get it. So she was one of those, and she was one of those that actually passed. Now, as she mentioned, her 3D reality was showing her the opposite. So she panicked. She did what we all did. She was watching hours of content. She was applying all these techniques. She was doing sat scenes, affirmations, scripting, meditations, what have you. And she was spiraling more and more. Why? Because she wasn't living in her end. She was not being the person that had already passed the exam, that had already secured the position. And that's exactly what I told her. So in that 15-minute audio, and I think it was a little bit over 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes I do go over. I believe it was about 18 minutes, something like that. But I basically told her the same thing that I say on my channel, guys. No circumstances matter. There is nothing that is impossible. I was faced with cancer diagnoses and said, no, it's going to take one treatment. I still went to the doctor, guys. I did not sit there and say, oh, I'm cured, and not go to the doctor. I still go to the doctor. I go to the doctor every year and get a biopsy. But I have been cancer-free for 20 years. Now, another situation that's impossible is if you watch my lazy girl method. Whether you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. Just watch that video. I go over how the weather was going to be really bad on my vacation, and I did not take no for an answer. I said, no, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be on the beach. And the weather was perfect when I got there. 3D circumstances showing me over and over, like, no, this is what it's going to be. But I decided, just as she said, she decided that she already passed that exam. She decided that she secured the position. And so there it is. So that's essentially what I told her. I was like, you are the center of your reality. You are God, universe, source, higher self, spirit. I don't care what you call yourselves. And people laugh at me when I say this, but you could literally say that you are a holy cow. And every time that you move, that you get what you want. And that's going to be the case. It is not the technique that manifests. It is you. It is your identity. It's who you say you are. I go over this in all of my videos. It is the law of being. It is the I am. It doesn't matter what you call it. It all boils down to self-concept, and self-concept is not what everybody thinks. And I'm going to be doing a video on that, so I'm going to save it for that video. I'll be releasing this video first, and then I'll be releasing the self-concept video after to kind of clear up some misconceptions when it comes to self-concept. But she did that, and as you heard, she instantly felt a shift. Instantly, what I said made sense. And it's the same thing I say in my videos, guys. Then what this client did was she got my 14-day SP challenge that you can find on my Stan store, not because she needed to shift anything with her SP. It's because for the first 7 days, and I believe she's either married or in a long-term relationship, so the relationship is great. She didn't need it for that. The first 7 days of that challenge is self-concept. That's all I focus on for 7 days. And if you get coaching with me, If you get, say, my texting service for a month, I have you focus on self-concept for a minimum of 7 days. Nothing else. Ask any of my clients that have had success. This is what I have them do. So she got the course just for that. But she still finished it in 14 days. She still did all of it. She just applied it to what her situation is. Instead of a person, she applied it to passing this exam. Even though the template was telling her you did not pass, she said, no, I don't care what the template says. I passed. I know I did. I am confident in myself. I know who I am. And she decided, and there it was. She did complete my challenge in 14 days. So now she also gets a call with me. You can choose either a call or the texting/voice note service. I offer you either one if you do my SP course. Now it is SP specific, but the first 7 days is self-concept. I am going to be doing a just self-concept course as well. I'm in the works of that. It will be out within the next month or so. But guys, this is all she did. All she did was focused on her self-concept, knowing herself as reality itself, God, universe, source. And she decided, she said, no, I don't care what this says. I know who I am. Now, I know she says that I shifted her. All I did was remind her of who she is. See, guys, I tell you guys all the time, it's not me. It's you. It is you. It is you taking in the information that I'm telling you and applying it. And it's just reminding you of what you are. That's it. That's it. No one can manifest for you. So I'm going to have a little bit of a rant here before I finish up this video, but no one can manifest for you. No one outside of you has power over your reality because they are just you. I am just you pushed out. You found my channel. You found me for a reason because you need to hear my message. And I am just here to remind you of who you are. I'm here to remind you of your power as source, as God, as the universe, as reality, as the holy cow. Boo. Okay? You have the power within you. It's all you. Everything is you. If I showed up on your feed, if you are new to me, I came into your life for a reason. You were meant to hear this, and whether this is the only video you watch or not, it does not matter. I know that you're going to have a shift. Okay? So that's it, guys. That's the video. I'm so excited for her. I'm excited for our call. I don't know what she's going to be talking to me about, but I'm excited. And I'm excited to hear more shifts from her. I do have more audio testimonials coming out. I have some really big ones. So I have one that I literally cried listening to. That's going to be next. And then I have an update from a past client that I already posted her success story on. She's got an update for us, so I'm going to play that as well. Those videos will be coming out, but I will be sprinkling in, of course, my coaching videos between, so that way you can understand that this is all just you. When you listen to success stories, listen to them knowing that this is just you. It is here to remind you of what you are. It is not to compare yourself. Do not watch these success stories and say, oh, why them and not me? Well, I'm doing all the things too, but why not me? Shift it. If they can do this, why not me? Of course I can. Of course I can. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. So, if this hit home for you, if you've made a shift, definitely comment, let me know. Let me know if this testimonial inspired you in any way. I know that she would love to see those comments when you guys comment on this video. And if all you want to do is make one comment, you don't want to say your exact situation, that's okay. Just say, I felt the shift. And I do respond to comments. So if you've got a question, comment that. If it's not too personal, I will answer your question in the comments, as well as when I go live. Pay attention to my community tab. I do announce when I go live to answer questions free for you guys live. So until next time, guys, I know no matter who is watching my videos, day or night, you are about to have the best day or night of your life. And I already know that's the case for you. Take care.